Start. There it started. Yeah. Hello everyone. How are you all doing? Right. I am exactly 1 week away. Well, exactly. I'm more like 6 days away from my next competition, which is AGF's Strongest. This time of day will be near secondary event 4, 5ish time of the competition. Going by if they, so we've been sent like an itinerary through, and what they've done, they've allowed for, if the competition ends up dragging on a little bit more, they've allowed for like the latest time slot it would be. So yeah, this would be around the time of event 4. Right, nerves. Right, here we go. Right, here we go. Slight, what I would say are concerns in a way. They're little concerns. First one, there is the distance. Now, it's in Kent, so it's not that drastic really. It's actually not that drastic on paper. If you look at it, it's where I'm based up in Canterbury down to where this is in Hythe. It's near the Folkestone area. It's about 20 miles, 20 mile distance, 19 mile distance. Now, because I'm going to be in the under 100s group, under 100 kilo group, I have got to be there for the weigh-in. Weigh-in is between 7 and 8:30, I think. There's like a little message bit there. Obviously, don't aim to get there for the latest time possible, because you know, if everyone gets the same idea, it could be a long time till we get weighed in. So I do want to be there ideally somewhere between 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock at the latest. So there is no direct train that will get me there. There's no train station that I've noticed in Hythe. There might be actually. I'll have to check later. But googling the distance, googling directions for public transport, it's the closest train station is Folkestone, and then there's a bus from Folkestone to Hythe. All of this is going to be, I'd have to stay overnight basically somewhere closer to it if I was going to do that, which I can't really afford to do. So I'm going to have to travel down on the day itself. At present, I still do not drive in terms of a car or anything like that. So I am going to cycle it. Now, again, I've not done it before. I've not cycled this journey before. So I'm possibly on Friday I'm going to do like maybe half the journey and see how it goes. If the time doesn't allow for that, then I might just just do it on the morning. But I am going to have to be up and out early. Preferably, I mean, Google Maps says like 3 different routes going by bicycle, and one of them says it's hour and 44 minutes. Now, if Google says it can do that, I reckon I can do that. Depending on the hills, I might beat the time. Who knows? So yeah, so that, I wouldn't say that is a major league concern. It's a slight issue, just in case, you know, there's anything wrong, anything happens with the bike on the way going in, get a puncture, blah blah blah. So, but again, I can prepare for that by having a puncture repair kit, or failing that, actually make life a little bit easier, have a couple of spare inner tubes, so I can like just get the damaged tube out, whip in, check the actual the tyre itself, clear of any debris which might have pierced through there and got to the inner tube. Just whip in a new inner tube. I'm done. Boff. So it'll be a quick changeover if it happens. So yeah. So the cycling in might be it's going to be a bit of a challenge thing, but you know, I've got like a little all phones have got like little GPSs on now, haven't they? So I'll just go to Google Maps, destination, cycle route. I bought one of them things that you like hook on, pouches you can like strap onto the bike handle, and then I'll just be looking down there and go this way for 400 yards or whatever it he says. One of the actually, I think it goes for nearly 9 miles. It's pretty much a straight line, so that bit will be handy. So yeah, so that's my minute concern number one really is obviously the getting there. Getting back, it won't be so bad. If I get there okay, I'll know the way coming back. So that's not a big issue. Events, right? The first event is a pressing medley. It's an axle into a double dumbbells into a log. The axle, recreating an axle at home, not a bother. I built a bit of a scaffolding pole, same dimensions for your average axle, so I'm not too fussed about that. The log, I'm not too fussed about that. Now, doing the again, I'm not too fussed about alternating with one hand at a time, because that's what I've been doing at home. Because I haven't got the right amount of like discs to even out the same weight in the same thing. So I've been having to do just one-handed versions. But so maybe I'm a little bit, maybe they're getting the coordination right with, like, you know, cleaning them both up and then pressing them from over there. That could potentially be an issue, but at the end of the day, as long as I can get the axle, I won't zero the event. So that's the goal, not to zero an event. If I can do that, then I can walk away pretty chuffed. Right, the next one is Hamataya deadlift. Going by the weight, I'm not as fussed about the weight. I reckon I can get. I mean, I've been a little bit crook recently, but I reckon give myself the week for the. I'm just resting up, to be honest with you. If I do anything, I might do some banded stuff, but nothing drastic. But I'm quietly confident I could probably get at least six, maybe 7 reps. As I say, it is on a Hamataya, so it's actually a higher. You've got a higher gap between the ground to the actual bar itself. It's like 15 inches. So that's, you know, in theory, on paper, that means the lift could potentially be easier. So I have been practicing with a 10-inch gap from the floor to the barbell. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, that will pay off. No, the third one, the sandbag toss. This is where I am a little bit concerned. Previous comp I had, there was a sandbag throwing event. I've never done it before. Closest I was just practicing was like kettlebell swings at home. When the time came, I mean, this was 4 meters as well. Looking back on the cameras, I did get one bag, which sort of like landed halfway between the bit it had to go over. So I'm thinking, so half of that. So if that's so let's say I got that bag to 3.5 meters. Maybe I'll be able to get a bag or two over. If I can just get one bag over, that'll do. I will be happy with that. But I also won't be surprised if I don't get a bag over. So again, I've DIY'd a sandbag, a throw bag. It's got a duffel bag, put 15 kilograms of sand in it, but play sand that I bought from the shop or something, and then I've duct taped it all up. What I haven't had is a chance to actually test that yet. And like I say, where I have gone down with a little bit of a cold fluey thing, I'm trying to conserve energy where possible. But what I will do, I will see how I am middle of the week, maybe. I am working a lot. I'm working the next 4 days. Got a 12-hour shift, 7.5-hour shift, a 12-hour shift, a 7.5-hour shift. So maybe after one of those shorter shifts, I'll take my bag up the field and just give an idea of like where I'm at possibly. I'll probably do that on Tuesday, unless I am feeling really rough. So there's that. Event 4 is sandbag steeplechase into power stairs. Now, the sandbags are actually, I'd say, quite a bit lighter than the sandbag I've been doing. I've been doing sandbag pickups with a bag. Now, it's a 125 kilogram sandbag, which to start with only had about 110 in there, give or take. But I've been slowly adding to it. I haven't chucked it on the scales yet because I'll be honest, I might risk breaking them. But I would say, in fairness, I'd say there's probably close to 120 kilograms in there, because there's not a lot of space anymore. As when I knew I got it, when I guessed it was down to around the 110 mark, I slowly, each passing week, was adding a little bit more in, and I can pretty comfortably get a lift up if I get it from the right angle. See, if you grip a sandbag closer to the top, and when you go to lift it, all that weight comes up and it looks like you're hugging a snowman at the end, because you'll have a little bit of sand around the top and then all the other bits at the bottom. So, but yeah, when I can get a good grip on it, I've been lifting it pretty nice. So yeah, I'm quietly confident I'll be able to pick the bags up. With the sandbag, with the steeplechase thing, I got some like little blocks, like little different size wood blocks that I use for this, that, and the other exercise, and I sort of packed them on top of each other, so they were about the same height of the steps of the stairs. So I'm hoping that will go okay. But again, having not done it, I mean, they did have test days, in fairness, a chance to get down there and test them, but just because of the distance between them and the job I got in between, then it was a bit of a case of I couldn't really get away with it too easily. So yeah, I'm going in semi-blind. And then of course there's the mystery event. Now I'll find out what that is in about 6 days' time. We find out the day before competition what the mystery event is, which I think, in all fairness, is fair enough. You're going to have a mystery event. You're not really going to give us too much info too soon. So could the mystery event be a concern? Potentially, yeah. But I'm not going to worry about it. The plan is not to worry about anything. As I say, the ultimate plan is to not zero any of those 4 events I've just listed. I do have a concern about the 2 dumbbells at once, because I have not done that yet. I've just been doing what I've been able to do at home, which is, alternate. I've done the one shoulder, done the other one, and in all fairness, when I've done them for that weight, it's been pretty smooth. So it's just whether or not I'll get the, to get the coordination down on the day itself. But if I can get the coordination right, then I'm pretty confident I'll be able to pass through the first event. Second event, yeah, I don't see me zeroing that unless I'm like really ill. But even if I'm really ill, I won't be able to get there, will I? But no, I don't see me failing the second event. The third event, that is the Achilles. That will be my Achilles heel. I'll say if there is one event I'm really more concerned about than anything else at the moment, I would say it is the sandbag toss. So while my goal is to not zero any event, if I do zero the sandbag toss, I'll be gutted, but I won't be overly surprised. So sort of like I'm going into the competition with goals and ideas, and I've got to be realistic as well. Spin of that coin. Steeplechase into power stairs, fairly confident. As I say, just because, though, to be fair though, just because I've been picking up let's round it down to 115 kilogram. Just because I've been picking up an 115 kilogram sandbag, I haven't been doing any running with it. I've just been picking it up. and when the time comes, I've not just got to pick up these bags. I've actually got to move with them, throw them over a thing, go under the thing, pick them up, move them down to the other side, and then do the power stairs. Let's say if the power stairs, as long as I get my foot, I'm not worried about lifting the weight. It's just about getting me footing right, so I don't fall back or something. And the mystery event, it could be anything, so there's no point worrying about it if it could be anything, is there? You know. So yeah, so I have one event which I am definitely slightly nervous over. Like I say, if I'm back to feel 100%, then Tuesday after work, I will take the bag up the field, and bring my wife with me, and throw it in the air and get her to tell me from a side view how high it looked. So yeah, that's the plan. Right, so there we go. So that is it. The competition is on the way. Excited, touch nervous on a couple of bits, but not going to panicky too much. Going to make sure I get some early nights or up early. Make sure I'm up early for the next now until the day of the competition. So yeah, this time next week. So next week when the comp comes, I don't sleep through my alarm. So yeah, there we go. That is it. It is on the way. I am excited. I am buzzing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll hop over onto Instagram, Paul Hiley Lifts. Hop over onto Facebook, Paul Hiley Lifts. There was a website it had to come down just because of finances. It wasn't even that it was mega expensive. It was just a simple matter of this money could go towards something else. What I would love it to go towards is a gym. But again, I've mentioned before, I do have a wife and 4 kids. I can't necessarily just chase a dream unless I know it's going to pay off. Now, could it? I don't see why it couldn't, to be perfectly honest with you, because in Canterbury, there's gyms, but there's not many that I know of anyway that are sort of like specifically strongman focused, and that is what my gym would be. Honestly, any gym you go to, you can bodybuild. It's fine. Any gym you go to, you can powerlift. It's fine. But not any gym in the world do I believe you can train for strongman effectively. Again, it's just my humble opinion, but until I'd actually got myself a log, I didn't know what it felt like to do a log press until I first did it, and then it was like, well, yeah, this is a little bit different than any other piece of equipment I've got, because I only had standard equipment at that time. Same with an axle. I was using, although the axle, there is a way around it. If you're doing an axle and you haven't got an axle barbell, you can get yourself some fat grips, hook them over, and then do that. I did do that before my first comp, and yeah, I walked away fairly happy with the results on the deadlift then. But it's just the little things. It's the little things. How many sandbags are you going to have in like a standard commercial gym, for example? Anyway, I'm going on one now. So there we go. That's everything. That's all the nerves that are there. Now I've shared them with you. Get them off my shoulders a bit. So yeah, there might be another video between now and the day of the competition. There might not. I'm probably going to put some like little things up on Instagram, just of the concerns. Just do snippets, shorter versions of what I've done here. Really, I won't go into big details like I have done here. There'll just be events, my thoughts, next video. Events, my thoughts, next video. Events, my thoughts, next video. And there'll be the cycling to the competition itself, because I don't mind doing it. It's just I've never done it before. So Right, there we go. That's the lot. That is the lot. I will speak to you all later, and as always, keep strong, keep happy, and keep healthy. And I will speak to you all later. Ta-da.